Alright. Finally getting to Halloween 3. I'm going to show you that. I'm going to put it back up here. I said something, he must not have heard me. Okay, getting to Halloween 3. Alright. Tried to do this, didn't have time to do it. That's why I was doing those little half-hour episodes of Erie, Indiana. Sometimes it's easier to do those. But, so Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. Coming off the tails of Halloween 2, they wanted Michael Myers to stay dead, so they decided, now we're going to do, the Halloween franchise is going to continue as an anthology. Each movie is going to be different, set in a different place on Halloween night. And this one was set in California and stars the great Tom Atkins as Dan Chalice, the smoking, drinking, woman-loving guy that we all love. And well, it didn't do well because the advertisements they showed for the trailers advertised Michael Myers, and it pissed people off when he wasn't in the movie. Well, he was kind of. There's a scene where Dr. Chalice is at the bar, and he's and on the TV he is playing John Carpenter's Halloween. So there's that, but it didn't do so well because people got mad. And I know some people say, "Oh, it's not just because Michael Myers is in this; it's a terrible movie anyway." No, I'm sorry. You're not going to convince me otherwise. The only reason why people didn't like this when it came out is because Michael Myers wasn't in it. You're not going to change my mind, because this movie is fucking awesome, alright? This is an awesome movie. Tom Atkins is at his best here. The story. We gotta start with the story, first and foremost, as we do, alright? The story is this. In California, Dr. Dan Chalice receives a patient who says that they're going to kill us all, right? And to this point that Dr. Chalice teams up with the guy's daughter after the guy is murdered. He teams up with the guy's daughter to track down Colonel Cochran and the Silver Shamrock Toy Company, because they find out that Colonel Cochran is going to murder tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of children with his Halloween mask because of a special chunk of Stonehenge that they are putting into these chips, these little Silver Shamrock logos that they put on the masks. And when the special commercial plays, snakes and bugs and stuff comes out, kills the kids and anyone else in the room. I know, it's nuts. When I first watched this, man, I had no idea. See, I like most of the film series, other than, mostly watched them in order. I didn't watch the Halloween movies in order. I had seen 4 and 5 before any of the other ones. 5 first, then 4. And then I started watching the other ones, in progression. And this one was the last one I ever saw. I was at a friend's house. And we watched it. And then I had to go walk home after this movie. Imagine walking home after the ending. I'll discuss the ending. But after the ending, I had to walk home. Good thing I have my music. I had to walk home with this. But it's just creepy walking around after that, alright? So now that you know the story, let's talk about the good, alright? The good, first and foremost, Tom Atkins. You gotta start with this guy. This guy is awesome. He's got the mustache of power going on, and he's at the top of his game in this movie, alright? He's got the booze, he's got the smokes, he's got the women. The women, man. It's like he nailed every woman. That's why his wife doesn't want anything to do with him. But he brings masks to his children there. He got Silver Shamrock rums, of course. And he's trying to solve this mystery when Ellie Grimbridge, the daughter of the guy I mentioned before, comes to him and asks him for help. And they gotta track down this Silver Shamrock company. So they go, I can't remember the name of the place, I'm gonna say Santa Mira, but that's the Lost Boys. And they talk to people, this family, Buddy and little Buddy, whatever, Buddy Jr., whatever, and they talk to Colonel Cochran, and they say they're a married couple, but, you know. And I gotta talk about this. My favorite kill in this movie is the, she's an insurance lady, or she's someone who ordered the mask, I don't know, but she finds one of the little coin things, she's messing with it, and implodes in her face, and sure, I'll talk about that, but it's, I love it, alright? And the best part about this kill is Ellie hears something, she's like, what's going on? But my man, Tom Atkins don't care. He's face deep in titty. He don't care. He's getting himself some pussy. He don't care right now, okay? You know, and, you know, most men wouldn't. If they're in the middle of, you know, getting it on, they're not going to care, right? Now, another part of good, it's also kind of a mixed aspect, is the kills. While the kills are great, like, you know, punching someone through the stomach or ripping someone's head off or that explosion thing, it's good, but it's also a mixed aspect because the effects aren't that great. All right, but it's the idea of the kills, ripping someone's head off or getting blasted in the face by some laser or punching someone in the gut and just going right through, or even the explosion, pouring gasoline on it, and the explosion. He's a robot, but you know, and just the whole when they kill Mr. Grimbridge, he takes it, and that kills him. Kills are good, effects not so much. All right. I want more good. For the most part, the idea of having a film series separate from the Michael Myers story would have been cool. But you got Michael Myers' story had come full circle, right? He had the first Halloween 1 and 2 told the entire night of Halloween 1978. That's all you needed. It ended with, for all purposes, Michael Myers' death and Dr. Loomis too. Until this one, people wanted more Michael Myers. And I say, while 4 is good and 5 is okay for me, I think maybe they should have kept this concept. Because I think it's a decent concept. You know, another story on Halloween, taking place on Halloween, with different characters in a different setting. I think it works. But people were too greedy and wanted Michael Myers. So they got more Michael Myers. And while 4 was a good movie, after that, 4 is basically sort of a rehash of the original, which is why people liked it. And then from then on, you know, and H2O was decent too. Yeah, Resurrection. Then the Rob Zombie movies, which we'll get to those, and I'm dreading those so much. But Rob Zombie H2 I saw in the theater, I thought was okay. In the theater, theatrical version. Then you get the unrated version on the Blu-ray. I'll talk about that when we get to it. But yeah, just the concept of something separate from Michael Myers. If I was around in 1982 and this came out, whether Michael Myers was in it or not, I think I would have said, you know what, Michael Myers isn't in it, except for that little, you know, TV, but it was alright. I mean, I love this movie to death, guys. It's a great movie. Now we'll talk about let's get some of the bad. Like I said, I think maybe my worst thing is the effects aren't that good. Lighting effects, when they pull the head off, it's cool to see pull the head off, but it's like Jello underneath is what it looks like. And for all intents and purposes, the villain's motive, if he has one, like his plan, taking a chunk of Stonehenge, first of all, what? And using it to power a mass to kill children, what? I mean, it's a kooky plan to begin with, right? It's fucked up. And it's not the best, to be honest. And another thing I didn't like is it's a very confusing part, alright? At one point, they kidnap Ellie, right? And in the end, after Tom Atkins does his thing, Chelsea does his thing, he kills everyone. And here's another thing. When Cochran is killed by the Stonehenge, chunk of Stonehenge, it kills him, it burns down the factory, right? Shouldn't the commercial have been stopped then? Because it can't send out a signal if there's no factory for the signal to be sent out of, right? And they were broadcasting it there. So, if the factory's destroyed, how is there still a signal getting out? Well, maybe, the channels have the tape or whatever, but was there a tape? Betamax, whatever they film? Whatever. In 1982, I'm not sure if there was VHS yet, but I'm just saying. And, like I said, it's just... Okay, this is the confusing part. It's in my bad category. Is, like I said, after he rescues Ellie, they're on their way to try to stop the broadcast. And Ellie turns out to be one of the robots that Colonel Cochran controls. Now, this is very confusing. Was she a robot the whole time? Did they kill the real Ellie and this is replaced with a robot? Is Ellie still in the factory? In that case, she's dead now? Who knows? But that Tom Atkins, in his way, kicks that robot's ass. And then, yeah. Now let's talk about the end, because it's not in the. I want to separate this from the good and the bad. It's just the ending, and leave it with this. All right. The ending is Tom Atkins gets to the gas station. He calls the stations. He's telling them to take them off each station as the guy is changing the channel, right? So, it ends with one station getting taken off, another one taken off, and the last one, he's yelling through the phone, "Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!" Looks at the camera, "Stop it!" End. It ends with the idea that Cochran won. That at least one station is still playing that commercial, still playing that thing. That some children were killed, and maybe even more than just children. And I love the ending. I mean, it's a dark ending, but it's kind of like that Twilight Zone or Goosebumps or Are They Afraid of the Dark kind of cliffhanger ending, Tales from the Crypt cliffhanger ending where it's like, holy shit. And that's why I would have wanted to have more movies like that. Not necessarily a sequel to this, but like more movies where an ending like that would have been like, holy shit. He tried to stop them. He couldn't do it. As awesome as Tom Atkins is, he could not do it. Where do you go after that? Back to Michael Myers? So, with that, I'm going to give my score now, alright? So, the score for Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, is a big, fat 8, baby. Tom Atkins is the best as always. There's decent kills, even though the effects aren't that good. The idea of the kills is still good. That ending, pff. So yeah, 8 out of 10. What are your thoughts on Halloween 3 Season of the Witch? Do you love it as much as I do? Leave me know in the comments below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, love, peace, and chicken grease.